try some of the wines from Vintage Wines Estates. And Brian Doherty's here. Nice to see you, Brian.
Good to see
Always
you.
a pleasure. This is the new spring assortment that you've put together for us.
It is almost spring.
It is almost spring, right? Despite the threat of 8 to 10 inches of snow here tonight. This is an opportunity to either get 3 bottles of wine or 12 bottles of wine for $42 or $119. Bottom line, everybody, these are $20 bottles of wine that you are getting for about $10 a bottle if you do that 12 bottle assortment delivered to your door. We deliver to 40 states, including Pennsylvania. But a while supplies last is just that, especially when we're talking about wines and vineyards that have what they have, they produce what they can produce, and then there's no more. So we really were able to bring in this great assortment for all of you. Do the easy pay, that helps make it even more affordable. And you can do this in 3 bottles of your favorite variety. Or you can do 12 bottles of half red, half white, or 12 bottles that give you all of the white varieties or all of the red varieties. But tell us a little bit about where you find these wines, Brian, and why people who are not necessarily wine connoisseurs can feel comfortable ordering wines from QVC.
Well, the whole key to a great wine is not spending more money. It's tasting hundreds of wines to find just a couple handful of wines that are really good.
Yeah.
What makes this even better is these are mostly small producers. When we find a wine we like, we buy it all. This is all there is. We've taken every bottle, we bring it direct from the vineyard right here to QVC, so there's no one in between, and that's what allows us to come up with this great value.
Well, tell me what you've put together for us here. We're going to start with the white varieties, and we have down here this long, skinny bottle, very indicative of a Riesling.
This is a Riesling, so this is our sweet wine. We get a lot of requests from the QVC customers for a sweeter wine. So if you like a white Zin, you're going to love this Riesling. It's delicate. It's not maple syrupy sweet, but it's light. Honeysuckle, beautiful. And I'm not supposed to say this as a wine guy, but it comes in a great bottle.
Yeah. We love that. Then we go to a Pinot Grigio.
Next up is our Pinot Grigio, and this is really the heavy lifting food wine. It is a medium-bodied, crisp, clean finish. Will go great if anyone's making a ham for Easter coming up or something like that. This is a great choice if you're a white wine lover.
Nice.
And of course, no set would be complete without a Chardonnay. It is the most popular of all the white wine varietals.
It's my favorite.
Well, it has a lot of versatility. So this has kind of a medium-bodied, so it stands up a little bit better if you're putting sauce or you're making a turkey or barbecue sauce on a chicken or something. But it has a nice, crisp, clean, creamy, slightly creamy finish. Very California.
Nice.
Very
Love
California.
that. Great. And all these wines are California
They're
wines,
all from
right?
California,
okay.
yes.
Now we go into our reds.
Moving over to the reds, we have our Pinot Noir, which is the lightest of all the reds. It's a great wine to try if you're a white wine drinker and you want to try a red. It's also a great crossover wine. It's what I would prefer to have with salmon, for example.
Oh, interesting.
Right? Because I'm a red wine drinker, but I like it with my seafood.
And a lot of people who traditionally think of themselves as white wine drinkers, that's a nice red to kind of get into,
very
right?
Nice to try.
Okay.
This is kind of the sleeper in the group. This is a red blend, but this is a blend of 5 different wines. It's got Cabernet, Malbec, Cab Franc, and it really has allowed the winemaker to create this very unique blend.
Cool.
It's very full-bodied, fruit-forward, yet it has an incredibly smooth finish, which is a sign of a really well-finished wine.
Nice.
Great wine. Can't wait till you try that.
Okay.
And last but certainly not least is our big, bold Cabernet. This is for all the people who like red meat, cook things on the grill, roast. This is their winemaker select from Windsor Vineyards. They've been around almost over 50 years, and this is a fabulous, fabulous big red wine.
So let me just, recap again. There's lots of choices here. You can do a 3-bottle assortment of any of the 6 wines we just told you about. Yep. If you only love Chardonnay, you can get 3 bottles of Chardonnay. You're good to go. So that 3 bottles for $42 is of the 6 varieties we've shared. Now the value really is if you go to that 12 bottle, right? So now you're at gosh, an amazing value.
Right.
And you're able to get 12 bottles of wine for $10 a bottle delivered.
That's right. So if you get the all white, you'll get 4 of the Riesling, 4 of the Pinot Grigio, 4 of the Chardonnay.
Great. If you do the reds on the other end of the table.
On the other end, you'll get 4 of the Pinot Noir, 4 of the red blend we talked about and 4 of the Cabernet.
But here's the customer favorite, Brian, right? The
overwhelming.
red-white combination gives you 2 bottles of each of the 6. So 2 each of the 3 whites, 2 each of the 3 reds, and now you are prepared for any type of entertaining, and maybe the ones that maybe you're thinking, well, I really love the whites, maybe the Pinot Noir, but the others I'm not sure about. Those are the ones you gift. Because guess what? You're still gifting these amazing $20 bottles of wine that you're getting for $10 a bottle. That's the value there in that 12-bottle assortment.
It's a great way to try new wines.
I think so too.
For $10, let me try everything.
Book clubs are happening. You know, have a fun wine tasting with your girlfriends.
Well, it's also great. You have 2 of each.
Yes.
Right? So you can give one, you still have one.
Keep one, right. So what should we try first?
Oh, let's try. We always start light to heavy.
Okay.
So we'll start with the Riesling.
Okay.
So you can see it's a beautiful color, but you can tell right off the bat on the nose that it has that kind of honeysuckle scent, and it's sweet, but it doesn't overwhelm you.
So what kind of foods are good with this, Brian? Is this good with spicy foods?
So this would be great with takeout, Thai takeout is
Yeah,
what I
something
would
with a
serve
little
this
heat.
with.
Yeah.
It's just great. Or this is just a fun wine to have before dinner.
Yes.
Put it in an ice bucket or something like that.
Yeah.
But if anybody who you know who likes White Zinfandel or likes Moscato,
Yes,
they really
this
will
is a
like
good
a
one.
Riesling.
Very
and it comes
nice.
in that classic Riesling
Love that.
bottle.
Then we move to Pinot Grigio, which I have to say, my mother-in-law has always been a Pinot Grigio drinker, and so I often have that at our house for her. And for some reason lately, if I've come home and I want to enjoy a glass of wine, I've really been gravitating towards Pinot Grigio. And to your point, it does go with any kind of food.
It has a very wide range. It's a great wine to have on hand, and and I think most white wine drinkers would enjoy it.
Yeah.
But it goes really well with food. It doesn't fight your food. You never have to worry about it overpowering.
Really light.
You're having a delicate, if you're having a lobster tail, you're having a shrimp or something like that, and you don't want to overwhelm it, Pinot Grigio is a
Really
great
good.
choice.
Then we go to Chardonnay, which traditionally is my favorite, and California Chardonnays are my favorite.
And you can see it right in the color. That is what a California Chardonnay is supposed to look like.
Beautiful.
Right, a little sunshine in the glass, which we desperately could use here in Pennsylvania. Look at that. Right, and so it's golden, a little
nice,
little
not
green
too oaky.
apple on. No, just a hint, and it makes that finish just a little bit creamy.
I mean, I think even someone who maybe has had a Chardonnay and said, "Oh, they're too much for me,"
big.
I think you would like this one a lot. Yeah,
and
it's
this is where
very
the
nice.
style is headed, is that they're more approachable, more medium bodied.
Love that. Then we go to the reds. So what do people need to know about Pinot Noirs?
So Pinot Noir is a great wine because it's that crossover wine. So if you like red wine and you want to have it with your chicken, you want to have it with your salmon, this is the one to grab. It's also a good one to try if you're a white wine drinker and you want to start experimenting with reds.
Yes, yeah.
Pinot
it's
is a
an
good
easy
one.
transition,
It's
isn't
like
it?
you can see it right in the color. It's kind of a light, but it has kind of an earthiness to it. You can also, the other thing I should say is on QVC.com, there's a printable tasting note sheet on every single one of these wines.
Oh, really?
You don't have to remember what I've said.
Yeah, okay.
You can go there and read it. You can print it out. It also has the food pairings and tells you a little bit about the wine itself.
I love that. I mean, and I think that's one of the cool things about being able to present wines to you through QVC is we obviously have Brian, who's an amazing wine expert, but we try to make it approachable. It can be very intimidating. I mean, you know, you walk into the wine store and you just go to the Chardonnay section and it's like 72 bottles and which one do I get? And is expensive better? And is California better than here? And oh, I think I heard of that once, but what will they like? So what I love here is Brian's done all of that work for you to really bring you an assortment that's appealing to everyone. This is that 5 blend you're telling me about.
This is the red blend. So this is really where the winemaker gets to shine. They can control the percentage of these different wines, how they interact.
That's
but
good.
It gives a beautiful, rich, full wine with this very smooth finish, which I love.
It's kind of like, you know, the trend in beers right now are all these sort of artisan crafted beers.
Right. That's exactly
It's a little bit
right.
of like an artisan crafted wine, right?
And it's hard because it doesn't have a single varietal on the label. But this is why the only way you'd know this was good is that we've tasted it and tasted a whole bunch like it. You couldn't walk into a store and say, oh, let me pick a red blend. You have no idea what it is.
Right, right. And then remember, we also have at the end kind of the fullest body red, and that's that Cabernet.
Last but not least is
Never
the Cabernet.
least, right?
No, and you can see it right from the color. It's kind of that dark fruit versus the Pinot, which I consider kind of the red.
Yeah.
And again, this is This has more body to it, more layers of complexity. You know, if you're having a big, beautiful steak off the grill or a seasoned flank steak or something like that, you want your wine to match.
Nice.
You know, it's supposed to be the ultimate condiment for food.
Yes, right.
And so we want to gear that up. It also goes very well with a fireplace.
Oh, yeah, right, which we'll all be bundling up by tonight. I'll take 2 bottles home with me.
Yes, our spring fireplace. Yes.
Listen, so this is our spring assortment. That is a while supplies last. That is essentially a buy more and save $49, because what we're saying is by doing that 12 count, instead of buying multiples at $42 to add up to 12 bottles of wine, we're saving you that $49 by just packaging them together in a 12 pack. We ship to 40 states, including Pennsylvania. Got my states mixed up there. And they're all California wines. My words got mixed up there. You have the Riesling, the Pinot Grigio, and the Chardonnay in your white wine offering. 3 bottles of your favorite, or you buy all white in the 12 pack and you get 4 of each of those. In the reds, the Pinot Noir, that wonderful 5 blend. I don't know if what
Red blend.
Red blend. And then we have the Cabernet. You can do 3 each of those if you just want 3 bottles of one variety, or you can do all reds in the 12 count and get 4 of each of those. But if you want to try them all, so that when you're doing lighter foods, you have the white wines, heartier foods, you have the red. Somebody stops by, would you like a glass of wine? Do you prefer red or white? You have something to offer. Then that 12 count of the white and red combination really is your opportunity to shine, because you're going to be getting what are $20 bottles of wine for $10 a bottle delivered and on Easy Pay. All the work's been done for you. They're all excellent. I think you'll be so pleased. There's a reason why Brian continues to bring new combinations, new varieties to all of you. They often sell out, as we found, and we want to make sure that you have the opportunity to get this spring assortment. Don't wait till the last minute before Easter. Get these now. You'll have them in about a week. They're good to go. Pop open that first bottle and enjoy. It's M46982. Stay on the line if you're done.